Hey guys, I've got a workout for you today. It's going to be a real quick one, but it's two exercises. One I've shown you before, it's the band pull leg drop. We're going to pair that with a half kneeling rotation. So I'll show you what this half kneeling rotation is all about. This workout's kind of cool because we're going to work our lower body stability while our upper body's mobile, and then with the band pull leg drop, our upper body's going to be stable while our lower body will be mobile. So we kind of get a full, training effect with this. So half kneeling, you have to set it up right. So imagine there's a line right here. My knee and my foot is on one side. My other foot is on the other side of the line. So it's gonna be a pretty narrow base. And then you can see how my belt line is angled this way. It's kind of the direction of my hips. So this hip is a little too high and I'm kind of like leaning too far this way. So we're going to try to lean this way, drop this hip a little bit, and that way we can kind of square this pelvis up a little bit more, square these hips up. And then I'll show you from the side too. So we're here, and then you notice if my butt's sticking out, my back is arched, the front of my pants are going to be pointing down. We want to rotate those hips up a little bit so this is flat. Imagine this being like a cup of water, and if we're here, it's pouring out the front. We want it to be as level as we can get it. So we're going to get set up into that half kneeling position. We're on that pretty narrow line. We're going to get those hips set up, the pelvis in the right spot, and just this alone is you'll feel this. You feel a big stretch here. You'll be feeling, your quad working. Okay, so then we can, for a lot of people, this is going to be your exercise, just chilling here on this one knee. This front foot should be light. You should be able to almost pick it up. It should be very light. You don't want too much weight on that. So if we're good with this, then we're going to progress down to a little bit more. You can just turn your head, and that's challenging. So now we're going to add, if you do that, then we're going to challenge you by doing this. So start out here, and then we're going to make sure our hips are in a good spot. We're going to open up, look back at that far hand, come back. It's tough when you're rotating. And then open up. And just take your time with it. Helps if you breathe in here and exhale as we rotate. And just check your hip position every once in a while. And then obviously switch sides. And you can do 4 or 5 reps on each side, and that's enough to smoke you. You'll feel that. Get the hip set up, the narrow. Alright, so that's a half kneeling rotation. Then we're going to come over. If you have a band, cool. If not, you can. So we can do this a couple different ways. Like I said before, you can either get MacGyver and come up with a belt or something and hook it around your door frame or whatever you have. And because all you really need is something to pull on. It doesn't matter if it's a belt or if it's a band. Or we can even substitute for pushing in this case. So we're going to grab something right in front of our face with our arms locked out. I like to take a breath in, exhale out till our ribs are down. So feel these ribs come down, abs are on already. And then you're going to think about pulling that belt. If you have a belt buckle, you're going to pull that belt buckle up to your face to rotate that pelvis up. And we're throwing in that band pull at the same time. And then we're going to lift both legs up. Keep those abs on, and you're reaching with that heel on the foot. And you only want to drop this leg as far as you can. And if we start to lose that back, that's where you stop dropping that foot. We don't want to lose that back on the floor. Let me show you the wall push. So we can do that same thing. Exhale out. Roll that pelvis back, then we can just kind of push on that wall. That'll help turn on those abs as well. And then we can do that same thing, but with the wall push.